Hey everyone, this is Jason Dunn, and we're looking at a product today that can be used with a bunch of different products. It's called the iZel, and it's essentially a stand for small digital devices. This is the box right here, and so what we're going to do is I'm just going to take it out, we'll take a look at it, and then I'll show you how it works with a bunch of different devices. So the iZel is manufactured in the United States, and it comes in a flat form. So this is one of the interesting things about this device, is that it is very clearly designed for travelers. I've seen device stands before that well, let's say they would look something like this, but of course something that's this shaped is a little bit hard to travel. So the iZel actually folds completely flat, which makes it really, really easy to carry, in a laptop bag, a shoulder bag, whatever. The iZel is really, really simple to use, actually. Essentially, all you do is you have these holes here at the front, and you have these little pieces of plastic that go into these holes, and then depending on if you want it to go wide, you would just simply snap it in, and then you have, let's call it the wide stance for the iZel. Or if you don't like that, you can just pop them out, and they do take a little bit of force to remove. And if you want a closer kind of stance, you would put the holes more together. So you would actually plug in the sticks on the inside holes, and then you have something that looks a little bit like this. Now, the iZel right now today sells for about $25. And you might be thinking to yourself, $25, that's maybe quite a bit of money. Or maybe you're thinking that's not a lot of money. So there's lots of different people that have opinions about stuff like this. Some people look at this and say, oh, well, all it does is, hold up your device. I've seen, paper clip designs that allow you to hold up your device. People will make paper stands. There's all sorts of different things. From my own point of view, I think $25 to get a really nice manufactured device that is really sturdy and quite durable and strong, something that's going to last you for quite a few years. I don't think there's anything wrong with that price. So this is it from the back, and I'll show you another particular feature, is that this thing allows you to change the angle of the device. So let me put in my zoom. So this is a zoom 80, and this will kind of show you essentially what the device does. So you can have it like this. Now, of course, that angle is a little bit high, meaning that you would have to be down pretty low in order to see the screen. So if you were maybe in a more typical scenario, you might be on an airplane, you'd be sitting in your seat, and then this is actually what you would see. The angle is a little bit steeper. So the zoom fits in there really nicely. Let me show you another device, and actually, sorry, let me show you how this works too. If you want to go vertical, okay, this is an option for you, for your device rather. If you want to maybe have this next to your desk, like let's say if we look at a phone. So this is a Samsung jack from AT&T. So you might actually just even want to have this next to your desk or whatnot, and the iZel gives you an ability to do it that way. And let me just do this here. Let's make it wider. So we'll go for the wide stance, and then in the wide stance you can use it with other devices too, of course, but in the wide stance it's probably better, or it's more appropriate to have a device that does landscape really good. So this is a second gen iPod Touch. You can see that it sort of hugs the device and keeps it steady and sturdy. This surface is sort of it's a rubberized surface, so it grips the device really, really well. I haven't had a chance yet to use this on an airplane, but I haven't had any problem at all with the device slipping out. So it's really quite good at keeping the device in there. And then, of course, you can even use it with other devices that have like sliding out keyboards and things like that. Like I could easily envision someone, having their phone right next to their desk and maybe even using this as a bit of like a portable SMS terminal, to send text messages back and forth. So there's lots of options. I would say the only kind of limitation of the iZel, and this is a perfectly reasonable one, is that the device that you're using essentially has to be thin enough to sort of fit in here. You can bounce the device on the edge, but I think you end up getting a little bit less stability. So you want to have a device that's that thick. Now, as you can tell, this AT&T well, this is an HTC Titan 2 essentially as a device. It doesn't quite fit in there, so you can certainly still use it, but you do want to make sure your device fits within these parameters. Now, I mean, you know, virtually every device does. This is an HTC Touch Diamond, and it has no problem at all fitting in there. So there you go. That is the iZel. It can be purchased from myizel.com. You can also purchase it through Amazon. It's a really simple product. It doesn't really do much. It does one thing and it does it really well. You know, if you travel a lot, if you find yourself on an airplane and you want to you know, watch a movie, I'm sure you've had the same problem I have. Is, you know, you sit there and you have your device and you end up, you know, kind of holding it up with your hand, and maybe you switch hands if you get tired. It's just kind of awkward, and this device I think does a really good job at positioning the product, allowing you to see, you know, your movie or whatever it is you're watching. I guess maybe my only criticism of this is potentially, now I haven't used this on a plane, so I'm gonna have to wait and see, but potentially it might not maybe go back, you know, quite as far. So as you can see here, this is kind of the steepest angle that it can really handle, and it might have been nice to maybe have this piece move up even a little bit more, so you could even get a slightly steeper angle. And again, that really only matters if, you know, you're on an airplane, and because you don't really have a lot of freedom of movement on the airplane, right? There's only so many places you can sit in your seat. So that's about it for this review. I really like the product, and I definitely think it's worth your while if you're a frequent traveler, you're on the subway, you're on a train, you know, you're on some place where you have a bit of a tray table in front of you or something, and you want to be able to watch video content on your device. So this has been Jason Dunn from Thoughts Media. Thanks for watching.